Now I'm actually going to practice drawing a whole image of a shape. I'm going to start with B. I think it's a little bit easier to do. So we'll start with that and we'll kind of work around on this page. So here is my line of reflection. So I'm going to be counting how far away a point is from this line. So I'm going to start with point A because, hey, it's point A. It comes first. So from my reflection line to A, I'm going to count the jumps, is 1, 2. So that's on the left, so I need to go 2 on this other side, on the right. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And this is where my image of A is going to go. I'm going to do all of these the same way. B is 1, 2. So I'm going to come over here on the left and go 1, 2. So the image of B is going to come over here. Now you might be thinking, why isn't she going up and down? Well, it all has to do with this reflection line. So if we go back and look, this is like the y-axis. So it's going from left to right. You have to imagine you are going to fold the paper over on this line. So if you were to fold the paper over, and if you want to, just print out a page of the notes packet if you don't have it, or draw on a piece of paper and actually fold the line right here. You'll see when you fold, it gets smushed over here. Or if you think back to when you were really little and you put paint in paper and then you fold it over and squish it and you open it up and you might have like cut it out to look like a butterfly or a flower. It had that symmetry. The same on the left as the right. To go up and to fold up and down, I would have to have my line of symmetry be going across. So it all has to do with that line of symmetry. That's how I know that I'm going left and right. All right, I'm going to keep going. C is again 2 to the right, so I'm going to go 2 to the left. And then D is 2 to the left, so I've got to go 2 to the right, but on the other side. Now I'm going to attempt to draw this. It is supposed to be a quadrilateral that looks like this guy right here. I'm not the best drawer even in person, let alone on a computer. So there's that quadrilateral. A little squishy, but I think you get the point. Going back to A, this one does not have a grid, so I think it's a little bit more challenging, especially for people like me who have a little bit more trouble with spatial awareness. But again, my line of symmetry is going up and down. So that means I need to have the same distance left and right. So C is this far over. And what you can actually do is take a piece of paper and measure that distance over. So you can hold up a piece of paper and see that it's this amount over, so you're going to go over that same amount. So C would be like right here. I know you can't see me do it on the screen, but I'm holding up a piece of paper. I'm marking off where it is on my piece of paper and then shifting it over. So I would come do the same thing for A. Again, I know you can't see my piece of paper, but you want to keep it about the same height as best you can. So this would be like A, the image of A, and then B is going to be the same amount on the left and right. So you can just make yourself a little ruler, and you want it to be about the same height, as best of the same height as you can make it. No one's going to get super mad. This doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to connect my triangle together. So again, if you took your piece of paper and folded it along this line, the triangle would end up over on that side. Now for what I think is the hardest one to do, and that's because of the reflection line that I gave you here. This reflection line is y equals x. And that's what makes this one a little bit more challenging. Just a little warning about the challengingness of this. So what I'm going to do is going to get a little messy on the piece of paper. I created an origin, just like we had here. So I'm going to make my axis, my x and y axis. If you can see the answer to this, that's great. Not everybody can, though. It doesn't matter where you create your origin. I just did it at this point C because I thought it would be a little bit easier. Now I'm going to go through and name these points. So A would be the point -2, -1, using my origin, over 2, down 1. B would be over 2, up 1, so that would be the point -2, +1. And C is the point 0, 0. That's kind of why I put the origin there, because I like zeros. They're easy to work with. Now, with y equals x, it means we literally flip their places. So I'm going to put my answers in a different color. I'll put them in green. So I'm going to switch the place of -2, -1. So that means my answer would be -1, comma, -2. What was x becomes y. Y becomes x. So -1, -2. There is the image of A. I'm going to do the same thing for B. I'm going to switch their places. So it's going to become 1, -2. Here's my origin. So 1, -2. So here's the image of B. Now C, because I kind of was smart and planned ahead, I wanted to use zeros. When I switch their places, I get 0, 0 again. So that's kind of a cute one. I guess some people would call it a trick, so it doesn't change. And now I can connect my triangle. Let's see if I can get an erase just what I want to here. There we go. So now we can see that if I were to fold along this line of reflection, that pink line I have right there, the triangles would end up together. Another way to say that is the distance as I go along, like the distance from here to there is the same. See, it's the middle. Let's see. Maybe I'll do like right here. It's in the middle of there. Again, that's kind of a visual thing. I know that could be, oops, that's not what I wanted to have done. I'll just leave those in there. I don't want to delete the line of reflection out. So that's my final answer for that part C.